Prepare to explore the harmonious blend of responsive design, JavaScript for transition effects, and the latest techniques in responsive web design. We'll take a deep dive into the captivating world of circle, zooming user interaction, revealing the intricacies behind crafting immersive and captivating user experiences. But that's not all. Our tutorial will also demonstrate how to fashion a polished project section that is bound to make a lasting impact on your audience. Whether you're an experienced developer or an enthusiastic novice, this tutorial is meticulously designed to equip you with the tools and knowledge necessary to elevate your web design project. Start by setting up a basic HTML structure. In the head section, write title of your choice portfolio. Also, create a link to your CSS style sheet with rel style sheet and href https. cdnjs, cloudflare.com, Ajax Lips, font awesome 6.5 on CSS, all min CSS. In this way also, with rel style sheet and ref style CSS. Similarly, create a header. Create an AV. Create an intro. In the same manner, experience. Skills. Projects. Contact day. Furthermore, create a div with class tab and ID intro. Create a div with class container. Create a div with class avatar. Create a EMG with src images avatar.jpg and create a div with class content. Create a div your name. And just like this, with class job. Create a span developer. Next, create a div with class des. Create a BR and create a see my skills. Furthermore, create a I with class fasolid right. Additionally, create a div with class tab and ID experience. Create a div with class container. Create a div with class list. Create a div with class item. Create a div 2010. Now create a I with class fasolid school flag. Moreover, create a div with class content. Create a div I went to school. In the same manner, name school. With class des. With class item. Create a div 2019. Then, create a AI with class fasolid briefcase. Also, create a div with class content. Create a div backend developer. Likewise, name company. With class designated with class item. Create a div 2020. Additionally, create AI with class f_a_solid f_a_briefcase. Likewise, create a div with class content. Create a div front-end developer. Likewise, name company ABC. With class des. With class item. Create a div 2024. Next, create AI with class f_a_solid f_a_briefcase. Moreover, create a div with class content. Create a div full-stack developer. In the same way, name company AAI. With class this. With class tab and ID skill. Create a div with class container. Create a div with class list. Create a div with class item. Create AI with class f_a_brands FHS3 all. Furthermore, create a div CSS. In the same way, with class dismiss. With class item. Create AI with class f_a_brands HTML5. Then, create a div HTML5. In the same way, with class des. With class item. Create AI with class f_a_brands of a JS. Furthermore, create a div JavaScript. In the same way, with class desu. With class item. Create AI with class f_a_brands f_a_act. Also, create a div React JSS. Similarly, with class des. With class item. Create AI with class f_a_p. Additionally, create a div p@p. Likewise with class design. With class item. Create AI with class f_a_brands f_a_angular. Next, create a div Angular. In this way also, with class design. With class tab and ID project. Create a div with class container. Create a div with class list. Create a div with class item. Create a EMJ with src images projecton.jpg. Then, create a div #1. And just like this, name project. With class design. With class author. Create a div full stack. And create a div with class time. Create I with class regular clock. Additionally, create a div with class item. Create a img with src images project2.jpg. Additionally, create a div hash tune. And just like this, name project. With class design. With class author. Create a div full stack. And create a div with class time. Create an I with class regular clock. Also, create a div with class item. Create a img with src images project3.jpg. Furthermore, create a div hash 3. In this way also, name project. With class this. With class author. Create a div full stack. And create a div with class time. Create a I with class regular clock. Then, create a div with class item. Create a img with src images project4.jpg. Furthermore, create a div hash 4. Likewise, name project. With class des. With class author. Create a div full stack. And create a div with class time. Create a I with class regular clock. And also create a div with class item. Create a img with src images project5.jpg. Then, create a div hash 5. Likewise, name project. With class series. With class author. Create a div full stack. And create a div with class time. Create a I with class regular clock. Next, create a div with class tab and ID contact. Create a div with class container. Create a div with class content. Create a div contact. Likewise, with class visualise and one best meticulously. Create a BR and create a C my intro. as well as create a div with class list. Create a div with class item. Create AI with class phone. Also, create a div with class item. Create AI with class regular envelope. In addition, create a div with class item. Create AI with class brands Instagram. Plus create a script with src app.js. Let intro is equal to document.getElement by ID intron. Let experience is equal to document.getElement by ID experience. Let skill is equal to document.getElement by ID skill. Let project is equal to document.getElement by ID project. Let contact is equal to document.getElement by ID contact. Let href is equal to document.querySelector all A. Let active is equal to intro. Let z-index is equal to 2. href.forEach A is equal to add event listener click function evented. Let tab is equal to a dataset.tab. If tab not equal to null tab not equal to active. Let active old is equal to document.querySelector.tab.active. If active old.classList.remove active. Active is equal to tab. Let tab active is equal to document.getElement by ID active. Z-index plus tab active.style.z-index is equal to z-index tab active.style.setProperty x event dot client x plus pxn tab active.style.setProperty event.client y plus pxn tab active.classList.addActive. Import url.tts fonts.googleapis.com chestwu family is equal to righteous display is equal to swap. Body. Font family Poppins, sans serif. Margin 0. Font size 13 px. Color A. Color. Background color 23,282. Text decoration none. Cursor pointer. Font weight bold. B. WebKit scroll bar. Width low. Header width 100. Position fixed. Z-index 100. Text align center. Padding top 10 px. Header nav. Margin 030 px. Color. Font size small. Tab width 100, height 100 velocity, overflow hidden, position relative, background image URL images bgi.png, background size 50, .tab.container, width 1040 px, max width 100, height 100, padding top 50 px, box sizing border box, margin auto, position relative, intron, background color 16222, intro.avatar, text aligned right, height 100, intro.avatar emd, height 100, filter saturate 0.5, intro.content, position absolute, top 50, left 50 px, transform translate y50, width 500 ppx, max width 80, intro.content.name, intro.content.job, font size 6 em, font weight bold, font family righteous sans serif, line height 1 em, dot text gradient, background image linear gradient. To write a FAW 1454 Catherine E7. Display inline block. WebKit text, fill color transparent. WebKit background clip text. Intro.content. .designate subtitles nation kick you margin top 1.2 mn. Width 70. Intro.content.this in not this year. Dear inside open dash r. Margin top 1.2 m. Intro.content I. Font size 10 m. Position absolute. Top 50 px. Right 50 px. Color 293 before C. Skills. Still. Background color F2V0AB. Color AE. Background image linear gradient. 45 deg. 3 531 70 15 14. 412 726. Background size cover. Skill.list. Height 100. Display grid. Grid template columns. Repeat 3. 1 webfair. Padding 50 px. Box sizing, border box A. And this is the navigate. And 8 grand 6 SIC. Audio. Gap 0 pse. Skill.list.item. Display. Flex. Flex direction column. Justify content center. Align items center. Text align center. Padding 20 px. Skill.list.item nth child odd. Background color 3F2525. Skill.list.item ins. width 50 px, height 50 px. Background color EA, color K3A7, font size 2M, display flex, justify content center, align item center, border radius 5 px, box shadow 0.10px, 10px5, skill.list.item.name, font size 1.5em, margin top dr.7n, skill.list.item.this, font size small, opacity 0.8, project A, background color CFBA, color 444b57, project.list, display grid, grid template columns, repeat 319 gap 30 px, padding 50 px, project.list.item emj, width 100, height 150 px, object fit cover, project.list.item, border radius 30 px, overflow hidden, background color FF, position relative, project.list.item.index, background color FAF, font weight bold, font size 1.5em, position absolute, transform translate Y100, padding 10 px, font style italic, border top right radius 20 px, project.list.item.name, font weight bold, font size large, padding 10 px, project.list.item.desmelisti.item.desust, padding 0, 10 px, 10 px, 10 px, project.list.item.authora, padding 10 px, border top 1 px, solid A, display flex, justify content space between, project.list.item.yop, font weight bold, project.container, overflow auto, experience, background image linear gradient, 45 dj 212,632, 242, 3435 fe, background size cover, experience.list, height 100, width max content, display flex, justify content left, box sizing, border box, gap 20 px, position relative, z-index1 dense, un, experience.list.item, display grid, grid template rows, 1 f 50 px, 1 f, gap 20 px, Width 200 ppx. Flex. Shrink 0. Experience. List. Item ismace. Background color 444b57. Width 50 px. Color 16222b. Font size 2 Display flex. Justify content center. Align item center. Border radius 50. Experience. List. Item. Time. Display flex. Align items end. Font size large. Experience. List. Item. Content. Job. Font size large. Experience. List. Item. Content. Company. Color E4 1454. Experience. List. Item. Content. Days. Font size 0.8 Opacity 0.7. Experience. List. Item and child. Odd. Content. Grid row. Start 1. Grid. Row end 2. Display flex. Flex direction column. Justify content end. Experience. List. Item and child. Odd. Time. Grid row. Start 3. Grid row end 4. Align item start. Experience. List before. Position. Absolute. Top 50. Width 100. Height 2 px. Background color 444b57. Content. Z. Index 1. Experience. Container. Overflow auto. Padding 50 px. Contact. Background 242,330. Contact. Content. Height 100. Display flex. Flex direction column. Align item center. Justify content center. Contact. Thank. Font size 5 em. Font weight bold. Display block. Contact. Silly. Width 500 ppx. Max width 80a. Text align center. Contact. List. Text align center. Contact. List. Item. Display inline block. Margin 10 px. 30 px in. Media screen and max width 991 px. iPad tablets. Intro. Avatar EMD. Transform translate x 200 px. Media screen and max width 767 px. Body. Font size 10 px. Header nav R. Margin 10 px. intro.avatar emd. Transform none. Intro.content. Left 20 pi x. Intro.content. Nama dio. Font size forum. Intro.content e. Position unset. Skill.list. Padding 0x. Grid template columns repeat to 1f range. Skill.list.item nth child. Odd. Background unset. Skill.list.item nth child 2. Skill.list.item nth child 3. Background 3f 2525. Project.list. Padding 10 px. Grid template. Columns repeat to 1f. Gap 5 ppxe. Project.list.item image. Height 100 ppx. Effect. Tab. Position fixed. Inset 0, 0, 0, 0. Z index 1. Intro. Z index. Tonin. Tab. Active. X 50. Y 50. Clip path circle. 200 advar x variant. And then advanced existed Zalbotec C. Animation. Show tab once is and out 1. Keyframes show tab. From clip path circle. 0 advar x variant.